Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Actors del Arte Ensemble of West Michigan and our presentation of The Chef, a two-act comedy. Now I would like to introduce our illustrious cast. Starting with Steve Tabor as Frankie Corelli, a young man who wants to become a chef. David Chevron as Antonio Corelli, Frankie's father. Lucinda Samani as Martina Corelli, Frankie's mother. Char Ambrose as Aunt Sophia, Frankie's aunt. Natira Thomas as Carmen, Frankie's best friend. John Foley as Anzo Russo in Palermo, Italy. Ferlin Ammons as Chef Lorenzo Sargenti. Patrice Bridges as Adele Sargenti, Lorenzo's wife and the bistro manager. Raquel Rivera, Holly Garnier, sous chef. Harvey Bolivar, played by Gregory Carrillo, as the assistant cook. Kathy McFarlane, Miss Dominique, Chicago, and moi, Patricia Rose, here I am, as the narrator and also Mickey, the maitre d' of the restaurant. The story takes place in present time in Chicago, Illinois, as well as Palermo, Italy. And let our story begin. The kitchen was full of smoke. The sous chefs were running around trying to put out the fire, or raging atop the stove. Well, the head chef was swearing in 3 different languages. Everything was ruined with no backup plan in sight. The sous chef responsible for the calamity was standing in shock. The head chef had blood in his eye as he screamed at him. But as the smoke dissipated, there on the counter was a vision. On a large tray was appetizers, bouillabaisse, fondue, Savoyard, escargot, an entree, Chateaubriand, and dessert creme de brulee. All the chefs were in disbelief. The night was saved. Francesco Russo. And this, my friends, is how the story begins.
Frankie, what are you doing in the kitchen? And you used up my eggs again.
I'm sorry, Ma, but I needed them for this recipe.
You know your dad isn't the local bank.
You always say that, I know. But someday I'll be a chef, like on the cooking channel.
How many rich chefs do you know? Seriously.
James Beard, Gordon Ramsay, Bobby Flay, Jamie Oliver.
We've been through this before. They have many things you don't have. Money, fame, and schooling in the cooking arts. Why can't you be normal like your cousin Toby? Football, baseball. He's going to school on a sports scholarship.
I can do it. You will see. And here's a 20 for Dad.
I can't take that.
Why? I earned it on my pizza route. I get a lot of tips.
Hey, you had to add it again? Frankie, let me try that omelette. It smells good.
Sure, Dad. I added a little hot sauce to it.
Father eats the omelet.
I don't know what you did this time, Frankie, but it is perfecto.
Tony, quit encouraging the boy. He needs to go to college. Get a decent education so he isn't working in the factories. Your sister Donna, she agrees.
Martina, what has gotten into you? You have a house? No? Clothes? A car?
Here we go again.
Am I a factory job has made a good life? No?
Yes, Tony, you know I am grateful. I just want more for our son.
My papa raised the 8 of us on a factory job.
He died way too young, too, working himself to death.
Look, Mom, Dad, I love you both, but I have a dream and I intend to pursue it. You will see, I can do this.
Casata.
Martina, enough!
Frankie walks out to his car, calls it to work. He is used to his parents arguing over his future, but he's more determined than ever to pursue a cooking career. He worked at Hot Wow and now Pizzeria for a couple of years, right after he finished high school. He spent one summer at Chicago's The Chef's Apprentice School of the Arts. He actually did very well, and the professor there encouraged Frankie to pursue a vocation in cooking. Working at the pizzeria wasn't exactly fine cuisine, but he was putting money away for the school. His best friend Carmen worked there.
Hey, Bassano, you're late. What's up? We got a dozens of pieces going out to Bradley's gym. And an order for a dozen stromboli. I'll split the order with you. You need to help me get these made pronto.
We got this, Carmen.
I figure you had a go around with the parents again.
Yeah, Ma is bound and determined I go to college. Dad, I think, is more on my side.
I hear they are hiring out at the assembly plant nights. The pay is really good. My old man wants me to look into it.
You gonna?
I don't know. Raphael is talking marriage this summer.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't know where we're gonna get the money. His parents are both retired, you know.
What do you want, amico?
I don't know. I probably take the assembly job. The pay is damn good. Can't be slinging these pizzas for the rest of my life. Raphael wants kids. Hey, Pisano, you better be my best man, capiche?
If you're having beer, I'm in. It smells like the pizzas already.
The two loaded up their cars and drove. Scene 2, Palermo. Just as the guys delivered the pizzas, Frankie's car quits. They had to call a tow truck. Driver hooked up the car, which is already on its last leg, 20 years old. It had belonged to Frankie's grandfather before he passed. Frankie gave the driver the $20 and his tip money. He was broke. Carmen threw in an extra 20 to help.
Come on, you can use my car for the rest of the night for finished deliveries. It'll be okay.
You're a good friend, Carmen. But tomorrow, I am out of here.
What are you talking about?
I've been planning this for some time. I'm going home to Sicily.
Sicily? Your folks know?
Don't tell them. Ma will throw a fit. Grandpa Corelli left me some money, an airline ticket, and the keys to his cottage there. I've been holding on to it in case of an emergency. Well, this is the time.
Oh. You're coming back?
I'll be back, amico. I just need to do this. I'll stay in touch. I promise.
He hugs his friend. At 6 a.m., Frankie had his bags packed quietly and he left the house. Called a cab to the airport. No one knew he had left. He landed in Palermo at 4:30 U.S. time but it was 10:30 p.m. Italy's time. He was tired and caught a cab to his grandfather's old neighborhood. His Italian was rusty. Years before, as a boy, he had visited Palermo with his parents and his older sister Donna. Not much had changed. An old neighborhood with stucco bungalows, cobblestone streets, and farmers still could be seen with their donkeys pulling carts of produce for the farmers' markets. The little cabin hadn't changed in all those years. Old furniture, dust everywhere, and the musty smell of age. He opened the windows to air things out and then threw himself on a small cot and fell asleep.
What?
A pigeon flew over top of him, whooping on his face.
Stronzo! Shoo! Shoo! Okay, grandfather, what do we have here?
He said, closing the window. He saunters into the tiny bathroom. The toilet bowl is full of rust, but it works. He took a stand-up shower in ice-cold water as the water sputters from air in the pipes, drying off with a musty-smelling towel.
Today, I clean. The refrigerator is out of order, but the stove works, runs on propane. I'll pick up an ice chest, new towels, a shower curtain, food, and some vino. Get the electric turned on. Life is good.
As he's walking out of the building, an old, well-dressed gentleman acts surprised to see him.
It's a you from America. Giorgio's boy, no? Capiche? It's a me, Enzo Russo. Oh, I knew your grandfather. Many years.
Yes, Giorgio Corelli was my grandfather.
You were little guy, dark curly hair, like your papa, Antonio. He's still alive?
Oh, yes, living in Chicago.
And your mama, her name?
Martina.
Mwah! Who? She was a bellow.
Yeah, she'd like to hear that.
You heading out?
Yes, have to pick up a few things.
I tell you what, I be your cabbie, okay?
Grazie, but I'm okay.
No. Listen, I give you monies. I know Palermo like on my hand. You name, we go.
Rather than debate, Frankie goes with the old man in a 1972 Cadillac red convertible. It was in mint condition. He waxed it constantly, treating it like it was his baby. Enzo took him to a local hardware store. He picked up an ice chest and a few necessities, went to the utilities, electric turned on. Then Enzo took him to an open-air market. Fresh produce everywhere. Frankie was in his element, starting to pick some tomatoes.
Uno momento. First, you look so carefully. Good color, good shape. Should be firm. Oh, then you buy.
After Enzo haggled with a farmer on a good price, Frankie gets what he needs as Enzo adds a few more items. And as they go to pay,
No, I get for you. You young, you need the money, capiche?
That is kind of you, but I can buy this.
Oh, you stubborn like your grandfather.
before going back to the cabin, Enzo treats Frankie to Maria's Bistro, where everyone seems to know him. They had a delicious lunch of pasta and salad, homemade bread and wine. Frankie loved it. He spent the rest of that day cleaning the little house and fixing a late-night snack of fresh vegetables. The next day, he planned on looking around the city and looking for work. Scene 3, You Come Home. His Italian wasn't as good as he thought, but he was learning quickly. He walked for what seemed like miles and stopped at a lot of food places looking for a job. He did find a job finally as a dishwasher at a hotel restaurant. It was a start. He got home and fell on the cot asleep. A knock on his door.
Enzo, ciao, what is it?
You look like you could use some vino and a nice meal, no?
I am hungry.
Oh, you coming with me?
Frankie follows Enzo down the street. They stop in front of a lovely bungalow with a large courtyard in the front. A friendly dog bounces toward them.
Giuseppe, you go lay down, okay?
Hi there, fella.
He pets the dog.
My wife, God rest her soul, he belonged to her.
I am sorry.
Oh, she in heaven. Oh, giving the Lord troubles, that I know.
The courtyard was full of flowers, roses and vines and bougainvillea. The house itself was full of charm. Oil paintings, old-style furniture, pillows, and colorful carpets. Frankie admires the art.
My son, Marcelo, he paints.
Does he live nearby?
No, he live in Rome with his family.
Does he visit?
Summertime he come. He's a bigger shot. Owns a company, imports wine to America.
Enzo already had a delicious meal prepared, and they ate at the courtyard.
So you tell me you find a job, but a dishwasher? Oh, no, you are too good for that. No grandson of Giorgio is going to work like that.
Frankie told Enzo his dream of becoming a chef and finding a cooking school to attend.
I tell you what, you stick it with me. I can teach.
What?
I teach you to cook. What do you want to learn? I keep you money.
I don't understand. How can you do this?
You needed to trust.
But I need to pay you.
You want to pay me? You fix my house. Need a paint. Fix my courtyard. And help me with flowers. Capiche?
Frankie balked at first, but then decided to give it a try. What did he have to lose? He wakes up yawning as the cell phone rings.
Hello? Ma, how did you find me?
You have broken my heart. How could you go to Italy and not tell me and your father? Casata.
Give me the phone. Francis, what do you think you're doing? Your poor mother cries for 2 days, and your papa, he's upset. My poor brother has such a son.
Aunt Sophia? How did you know I was here?
Carmen, she tells us, because your mother was going to the police to report you missing. She's still smoke a cigarette, and she'd die young. Too bad.
Sophia, you say too much. You come home. How are you going to eat? Where's your money?
Frankie, are you okay? I don't want to worry. You stay at grandfather's old place?
Yes, Dad. I used the money he left me and fixed up the little cabin.
My papa was a good man. He's a be glad you are there.
Don't encourage him, Tony.
You might be my brother, Antonio, but you are an idiota.
How long are you planning on staying?
I don't know, Ma. I need work and to find a culinary school.
You gonna be a chef? You come home and go to school like a real man. Get married to a good woman.
Sophia, enough.
My battery is going. Sorry. Talk to you later. Ti amo. Ciao.
4. The True Art of Cooking. The next morning early, Frankie hears a knock on his door. The sun is just rising.
You get dressed. Follow me.
Frankie is sleepy-eyed as he gets into Enzo's Cadillac. Giuseppe jumps in the back, licking Frankie in the face, waking him up. They go to the open-air market where Enzo picks out fresh vegetables. He hands Frankie a notebook.
You keep up for your notes.
Notes?
Cooking, you keep a notes.
That first day, Frankie would never forget. Enzo showed skills he never knew he possessed. His handling of the food and preparation was unbelievable. He set the dining table with such grace and everything was perfect.
Where did you learn to cook like this?
Along the way, I pick up a few things in life.
But how?
I get the job, no? I teach you, Frankie.
But how? Were you a chef?
No, I just like it to eat good food. Tomorrow, you start.
Frankie was not prepared for what Enzo was teaching him. Everything was from scratch. Making pasta, bread, sauce, how to cook over wood and to use wood-burning ovens, wonderful vegetables, dishes, and fish so delicate it melted in your mouth. Even how to make wine and wonderful desserts.
Timing. Cooking is all about the timing and the patience of the saint.
Do you have a saint, Enzo?
Oh, for sure. Saint Hildegard. She know what God he likes. You see her picture on my wall? Oh, she watches over the harvest. You know why we cook, Frankie? For the love of the people. You cook always for them and their health. Capiche?
Frankie did end up getting a job at Maria's Bistro that Enzo had taken him to. He was a short order cook. Enzo told him it would help him get used to working with other cooks and dealing with the public. But the hardest thing was actually learning the true art of cooking with Enzo. He learned how to garden as well, growing some of the vegetables and herbs he would use in his cooking. And before you knew it, a year had passed. He would talk often on the phone with his family. The phone rings.
Frankie, you need to come home now.
Ma, what is so urgent?
You've been gone over a year. You come home. Your sister Donna is getting married next month. I don't care too much for her boyfriend, but they say love is blind. Your father, he likes him, as he likes everybody. And the money we spent on her education, solo mio.
Ma, it'll be all right. Donna needs to do this. You know how she loves kids.
Oh, bambinos.
That's all right, a little bambino, so we be noni. Hello, son. How is it in Palermo? Nice weather, I'm sure. Ah, the ocean breezes. And Enzo?
He's fine. I will tell him you said hello. I'm still working at Maria's Bistro.
Are they treating my son good?
Yeah, Ma, they are. Nice people. I get to cook all I want there. You would like it here.
I don't want you to disappoint your sister, capiche? You only have the one, and she wants you to be her best man.
I will think about it.
What do you mean you will think about it? Do I have to come and get you?
Martina, calm it down.
Calm down. You calm down, Casata.
Ma, I will be there. Send me the information, okay? You have my address. Ti amo. Ciao.
The phone rings again.
Ma, what did I say?
Frankie, it's me, Carmen. I hope you forgive me, but your mother, she was going to the police. I had to tell your parents you're all right.
It's okay, Carmen. You did the right thing. My mother would have turned it into an international incident.
Ugh. I'm calling for your sister Dono. She asked me to help with the wedding. She wants you as the best man, and I am the maid of honor. Me, wearing a gown, right? Whew. She was crying and emotional over you not being home.
My sister, most of the time, she ignores me, but I love her and I don't want to let her down. What's with the guy she's marrying?
Ah, he's Polish, and your mother and your Aunt Sophia are having a fit. You know how big Polish weddings are. His name is Ernie Kapushka. He's a nice guy. A high school teacher, but he wants a big affair. They go around and around, but one thing, he is crazy in love over your sister.
That is all that matters. How's it going at the pizzeria?
Ah, I left. I am working alongside your dad at the auto factory. The pay is really good. Ah, I bought a new sports car.
Really?
An 80s Corvette, cherry red.
Red seems to be a popular color. Enzo has a red caddy.
The friends talked for a long time, till Frankie's cell phone battery ran out. He promised Carmen he would be seeing her. He knew the time had come for him to leave. He didn't want to go. It was going to be hard to say goodbye to Enzo. He had come to love him. Scene 5. Show them this letter. Frankie's last day at the bistro, they threw him a small, intimate dinner and some parting gifts. A lot of customers showed up too, telling him what a great cook he was and that he should be a chef, asking him to come back someday. He promised he would.
Quiet tonight, Frankie. What's on your mind?
I don't know how to explain because you see, I don't want to go.
He starts tearing up.
Go? Where you go?
My sister Donna's getting married in June, and I have to go back home to be her best man. She'll never forgive me if I miss it. Not to mention my mother.
Oh, I see. Family come first, mio figlio. I knew the day would come. I wanted you to stay a bit longer.
I know. I already miss you, my amico. I can see why my grandfather held you in such esteem.
Oh, I miss him. He was a good man, like you, Frankie. What day you leave? I can take you to the airport.
Next week. I have to get the cabin ready. I was thinking of having a friend rent it while I'm gone. I want to keep it in our family. He's a good guy, Luigi.
Luigi, oh, I know him. He's a good man, honest, and has a good heart. Promise me you will have dinner with me before you go.
You know I will.
And they hugged. They have dinner at Enzo's house.
This smells wonderful. Something new?
Yes, just for you, Frankie.
Wow, it is wonderful. This sauce is unbelievable.
Vino, a toast. Uno brindisi con vino. Oh, may Francis become the chef I know he will be.
That is special coming from you, Enzo. I need a moment.
Emotional, he walks away to hide his tears and then returns.
I want to show you something, Frankie. These I give you.
A leather-bound book full of recipes and notes and some artistic drawings of foods.
It was mine for many years. It's special to me, like a you. I wanted you to have.
Oh, I couldn't take this, Enzo. It is yours.
I pass the torch to you. You know why? Because I see you a chef, one who knows and loves the food like I do. You have a gift, my friend, that happens only to a few. What you promised me, you will write to me. Capiche?
You know I will.
Walking over and hugging the old man. The day comes for Frankie's flight. Enzo picks him up early. It was very quiet on the trip to the airport, except for Giuseppe whining and licking Frankie's face. Enzo sat with him at the gate, and as Frankie hugged him goodbye, thanking him for everything, Enzo whispered,
Ti amo. God watch over you. Ciao.
Once on the plane, Frankie felt a sorrow over leaving Palermo. To take his mind off from it, he started looking at the book Enzo had given him. As he leafed through the pages, something like a folded poster fell to his feet. He opened it up. There was a picture of a young Enzo standing in front of a new restaurant, the Crown of Italy. Reading on, it presented the chef as being Francesco Russo, world famous chef.
All of the saints. Enzo. He is the Francesco Russo, world famous chef. I've read his books. I cannot believe this. No one will believe it. And he chose me to work with.
Then he noticed an envelope attached. Opening it, Enzo told him that when he chose the restaurant to work at, he was to show them this letter and a poster and a certificate. They will understand. It will open doors. You have earned it. The flight was long, and Frankie was anxious about his return. Reaching the airport, there was his family.
Frankie, oh, Frankie, I am so glad you are back. You're so tan.
My son, you look great. Italy was good for you.
Give your Aunt Sophie a hug. You are so handsome.
Hey, it's good to have you back, bro.
I'm taking everyone out to eat. How about a Mexican? Hey.
Good choice, Dad.
Scene 6. 3 months and counting. Frankie had been home a week, but things had changed. He was restless and anxious to find a place to work. His mother talked about his sister's wedding nonstop. He dressed in a suit and took a bus around Chicago and checked out all the restaurants. Then he saw it. Buon appetito. He got off the bus and decided to check it out. It was very Mediterranean in decor. Plants everywhere with Venetian art, pottery, and murals of seaside areas of Italy. It made him homesick for Palermo. Can I help you?
Sure. Can I see a menu?
Come with me. Can I start you out with a nice glass of wine?
Please.
Frankie noticed the place was immaculate, right down to the white tablecloth, fresh flowers, and sparkling glassware. The maitre d' was curious, but somewhat tense. This is our house special. The wine comes from Palermo, Italy. Did I say something funny?
I just returned from Palermo.
Really? I always wanted to go there. I've been to Rome a long time ago.
You should go. Sicily is beautiful. I will try the appetizer. Grazie.
Very good. Frankie is impressed with the food and the wine.
Before I go, is there a manager I can talk to?
That would be Adele Sargente. She is the owner's wife, Chef Lorenzo. An older woman, impeccably dressed, enters.
So, Michael tells me you need something?
Yes. My name is Frankie Corelli. I'm looking for work. I see a sign that says you're looking for a sous chef.
What school did you attend?
I studied in Palermo.
And what school was there?
It's complicated. Is there any way I could speak to the chef here?
It depends if he has time to see you or not.
I can come back.
Hold on, I'll check. And by the way, you'll need to shave and cut your hair. We have strict rules that we enforce here.
Her bark is worse than her bite. It's the old man you have to watch out for.
The old man?
A Chef Lorenzo Sargenti. He thinks he's God. Frankie sat at the table, drinking wine and looking around at the room, when a tall, lanky man with a large black mustache and cold eyes entered. His chef's hat starched in white, not a thing out of place. He knew this was the chef.
You want to speak with me? It better be important, as I am a very busy man.
I appreciate that and respect you for that.
Tell me, what experience do you have as a sous chef? Where did you work?
Frankie takes out his folder with Enzo's poster and his letter showing it to him.
I see. So you know Francesco Russo. Are you related?
Oh, no, he was a wonderful teacher and friend.
I knew him. Went on a tour with him many years ago. When I was starting out, he was a very kind and taught me so much. He gives you a high praise here. But I need to see if you stand up to my standards. All cooks must have a 3-month trial with me before I accept them into our business. No exceptions. This is the year that I win my 3rd Michelin star. And trust me, I will get it.
A loud crashing noise was coming from the kitchen.
Harvey! Harvey! Not again! How many times do I have to tell you? Plug the mixer in, then set the speed. There are potatoes all over my clean kitchen floor. You will be coming in early tomorrow and clean.
How you say? Too bad. No. Sorry. See, sorry.
Attention, everyone. This is a new sous chef who starts tomorrow.
Buongiorno. I'm Frankie Corelli.
Michelle Strauss, better known as Mickey, maitre d', 10 years.
And I'm Parley Garnier, sous chef, 5 years.
Harvey Boulevard. I took 1, 2, 3 months.
And counting. Princess, I will expect you at 6 a.m. sharp in proper attire.
Very nice meeting all of you. Ciao.
Be early shaved and a new haircut.
Scene 7. Would like to get to know you.
Frankie, when are you going to find time to try on a tuxedo? You and Carmen can go together.
Ugh, that's a highbrow joint, Frankie, I'm telling you. You have to pay to park at that place. Can you believe that? Raphael isn't happy because the babes can help you dress up in the right tux.
Well, sounds interesting.
I'm all up for that idea.
Hitting him in the back of the head.
You be a good husband. Saint Maria, she would blush at you.
That's all right, Sophia. Once they see that wine gut of his, reality will check in.
Give me a kiss, Martina. You are my one and only. Hey, Frankie, the phone is for you.
I got it, Dad. Yeah, Frankie here. What? How did that happen? Look, I will be right there.
Now what is it?
Mrs. Sargenti cannot find the shrimp we ordered. Mickey tells me that Harvey is lost, he thinks, at the fish market. The guy's from Guatemala. He doesn't understand English very well. But I have never seen anyone that can clean, gut, fillet fish with as much precision as he does. He's clumsy at times, but I think he knows what he's doing.
Always for the underdog, Frankie. How can you get ahead?
Aunt Sophia, if you don't respect others for the gifts they do have, how are you going to get along in this life? As Enzo always told me, perfection is the dream we chase, as it teaches us our true talents along the way. Hey, Carmen, why don't you join me?
Ugh. I'm on it.
The two go to the fish market, asking around if they had seen a short little guy with a large nose and thick glasses. Goes by Harvey. They all said yes. It seems he took to helping a couple of clerks at the store with showing them how to clean shrimp and lost track of time.
Harvey, Mrs. Sargenti is not too happy about your timing. She needs the shrimp for dinner.
Sorry, I cannot find a truck.
What truck?
Belong to the chef.
Oh, great. You are in a mess.
Eh, no, I clean the shrimp. See, they, how you say, cook up. Perfecto.
Let's find your truck.
It was a white double cab truck with Bon Appetit painted on the side amongst palm trees. A very nice logo.
Carmen, you take Dad's car back home for me. Thanks. Check with you later. Ciao. I'll get Harvey back on track.
On their way back, Frankie asked Harvey about himself. He told him he had family back in Central America, waiting for him to earn enough money to bring them to the States.
My wife, she can cook. And Sozico is good. I have baby girl and son, 10 years he be. Marco and Camilla. My name is Xavier, but in America, I keep my green card. I call me Harvey. Better to find work.
Do you have a car?
I take the bus.
Me too.
They made it back to the restaurant with time to spare. The shrimp were perfect in size and all cleaned and ready to go. That was what saved Harvey once again.
Like cutting it close to the bone, don't you, Harvey?
Yeah. Too close to the bone.
It's okay. I will help you get the shrimp in the sauce there.
Smell marvelous so. You good cook. See?
The dinner hour went off without a hitch. Frankie lied and said Harvey had got caught up in traffic.
You like to help others, I noticed that about you. But with Chef Lorenzo, things can get pretty hectic around here.
The first moment Frankie saw Polly, he knew she was different, pretty and intelligent. But something in her eyes told a story, one he would like to get to know. And now we are going to move on into part 2 of our story. Scene 8, everyone clapped. Frankie was so busy in the kitchen. Chef Lorenzo was a very demanding man and temperamental. He was exhausted arriving home at his parents'. His mother and aunt drove him crazy talking about the June wedding and when was he going to get married. So he took a room at Carmen's place. Carmen was at work all night, so Frankie was finally getting enough rest.
Frankie, why do you add so much salt to the sauce?
Enzo would say it needs the extra flavor.
Well, you aren't with Enzo any longer, and you do what I say, capiche?
If it were me, I would do exactly that. Add the salt. You watch, customers know the difference.
Thank you, Miss Garnier.
Polly, to you.
Is there a problem?
No, we are fine. Thank you.
Then do not fraternize.
Later that afternoon, a customer was complaining that the marinara sauce was a bit flat. He said it needed more salt. The old man will be fuming.
Who did not add enough salt to the sauce? Was it you, Frankie?
No, sir. It was at your request not to add more salt.
Lorenzo threw a pan across the kitchen, just missing Harvey's head.
What did I do wrong? I mixed the eggs, hard-boiled them in the sea salt. Like you say, boss.
Did you clean the grill like I asked you?
See, I cleaned twice. I cleaned.
What? What's this stickiness I feel, and what's this grease? You are walking a thin line, Harvey. A thin line. Clean it again.
But the eggs.
Now.
Harvey was so nervous that he spilled a bucket of cleaning fluid all over the kitchen floor. Everyone was sliding in the suds.
What is going on here?
She falls and her dress is all wet.
Great, you buffoon! Miss Dominique is sitting in the dining room. How can I face her?
That's all right, Mrs. Sargenti. I can take care of this for you. Good evening, Mrs. Dominique. It is so good to see you.
Yes. Oh, where is Adele?
Well, she had an important phone call from one of our suppliers. I will be more than happy to help you.
Your name again?
Polly.
You do know that the Michelin star will be awarded again here in Chicago.
Yes, I do.
I would suggest that Lorenzo brings up his game. The new Bistro Sequito, it's all the rage this year. The mayor ate there last month, and it was all over the media.
That's nice, but I assure you, you will have the best meal possible right here. Let me start you out with some fine wine. Mickey will take your order, grazie.
Whispering to Mickey,
Poor don't think she's being difficult.
oh, how well I know that old battle axe. I'm sharpening my wit, never fear. Meanwhile, in the kitchen, Lorenzo is pacing.
Darling, you need to sit down and relax.
Relax, the woman says, while Chicago's top restaurant critic is sitting out there.
May I suggest you offer her the new dish Polly and I created?
Let me test it again. Not bad. Where did you get this from?
My secret stash from Palermo.
All right, I will try it. If she doesn't like it, it is on your head. Capiche?
Later, Mickey enters.
So, tell me, what did she say? You are so quiet.
Actually, I'm speechless. She asked for seconds. She loved it. Everyone in the kitchen clapped. Scene 9, the onions. Chef Lorenzo is busy trying new recipes and updating his restaurant, repainting the dining area and making a new sign for the front. The competition for best cuisine in Chicago was upcoming in the early fall. He wanted to be ready. One afternoon in the kitchen, everyone was choking.
What is this?
There Harvey is, with a bushel basket of onions, peeling and slicing them in the kitchen.
What are you doing, you idiot? I told you to do the onions in the storage area, not in the kitchen. Ay, ay, ay.
Eat onions. See, you need the onions for the onion soup. See?
Hold on. I can help, okay?
Frankie takes Harvey into the storage area. He pulls out a set of safety goggles and puts them on Harvey.
Now, isn't that much better? No more tears.
You are so good at things.
Marvelous. It works. You good man.
My friend Enzo taught me this. You're a good man too, Harvey. You work efficiently and are very adept at working with seafood.
My father, he teach me all about the fish. He was a fisherman.
I could use your help sometime.
Really?
See, really. I want to learn how to fillet the fish the way you do.
Okay, dokie. I will be proud to do so.
Just don't let the others scare you with their criticizing.
Let's clear out the kitchen. The inspector is here. Oh, it's too late.
The inspector comes in looking at the equipment while coughing and sneezing. He asks what was the problem. The onions are overpowering your kitchen. Harvey runs out and puts the goggles on the inspector.
Here, it's good for your eyes.
The inspector smiled and thanked Harvey for the tip, told him that it was much better. He'd be going places in this business, and asked for his name.
Of course, Harvey is one of our assistant cooks. We're very lucky to have him.
Harvey saved the day, and the inspector gave the restaurant a good grade. As they were closing up for the night, Polly approached Frankie.
I know a little place not far from here. Would you like a nightcap?
Sure.
Polly has a 2-seat sports car convertible, canary yellow.
Nice. I bet this gets up and goes.
Polly hit the gas and downshifted, and Frankie felt the power of the little car, throwing his head back as a siren was heard behind them. The officer knew Polly's parents, so he gave her a warning and a scolding. She said she would slow down and thanked him.
Are you always this lucky?
Not always. I need to unwind after a day at the beach. Frankie, I'd like to buy you a drink after the way you stuck up for Harvey back there.
I must say, you are an interesting woman and beautiful.
They talked into the early morning hours, both a little tipsy.
Maybe we should stop at my place for some coffee.
I won't argue the point.
Sitting on her couch, together their eyes met, and they kissed.
I have wanted to do that since I first saw you.
Me too.
It's late. I should get going. I can walk. You get some rest.
Nonsense. My couch is comfortable. Here's a pillow and a blanket. Good night.
Scene 10. Everyone is getting ready for the wedding. The wedding had arrived. Frankie took time off from work to attend. He invited Polly as his guest. Everything went well. They decided to have the dinner following at Buono Appetito. Lorenzo was bragging and talking about the upcoming competition.
Is my nephew a good boy? He can be a handful. I know since he was little.
Sophia, the chef doesn't want to hear that.
Oh, like you, Martina, afraid of the truth.
Donna was giving her aunt the look.
This is the best pasta, I think. I have next to my son Frankie's.
More wine, sir?
Ah, you must be a Mickey. Frankie tells me about you.
A good, I hope.
Yes, he says you're a bit stiff at times.
He tells me that you are still good with the customers.
Oh, grazie.
Well, I hope everyone is happy with the meal. And I must say, the bride looks so beautiful.
How kind of you. Donna is my sweetheart.
Her papa loves her very much, and Ernie, he's okay.
Clinking the glasses.
Speech.
Speech.
My sister is my pride and joy. She means the world to me, and may she find happiness in her new life.
Here.
Here.
Yes.
Lorenzo has set up a large storeroom into a studio with decor and a disc jockey, which he paid for himself. Everyone enjoyed the punch, which had a punch, and the cutting of the cake. As Ernie pushed the cake into Donna's mouth, Harvey came racing up to her with a napkin wiping her mouth.
You're so beautiful. Get a cake on your dress.
Harvey, what are you doing?
It's a bride. She get cake on her dress.
He says, staggering with a punch glass. in his hands.
It's okay, Harvey. It's tradition.
Lorenzo pushed Harvey back. Aunt Sophia came forward, hitting him with her purse.
You leave him alone. You mocativo.
Now, Sophia, you're only making it worse.
The cake starts to slide, and Carmen came to the rescue as she stood there, balancing the cake in her arms. Everyone was milling around the table when Frankie had the DJ play a rousing polka.
Let's dance.
He grabs Polly.
Come on, Antonio, we dance.
Come on, Harvey. Let's show him how it's done. Both of them are
Let's dance.
to the wind. With a champagne bottle in his hand, Lorenzo grabs Adele and they join the fun. The room is full of people dancing. Later, as things calm down, Donna turns to her brother and asks what was in that punch.
It's me. I put pisco just a little. Gives it, how you say, better taste.
The wedding was a huge success, except for the hangovers. And as we get ready for scene 11, lead the way, we are preparing ourselves to get back to work.
Everyone listen up. The competition has started, and you know how much Chef Sargentino wants to win the star. We will be coming in earlier each day, preparing all of our signature meals to the guests. Miss Dominique could be stopping by anytime, and all of you must be on your best behavior. Understood?
You heard me, wife. This star could put us on an international status. So I expect only the very best from all of you. Capiche? Let's get to work. The rumors are the mayor could be stopping by too.
The Dragon Queen is here and she doesn't look too happy.
Calm down, Mickey. We've got this. She likes eggs Benedict this time of the morning.
I am on this.
Good morning, Miss Dominique. May I say you look lovely?
And cut the chatter. I need a coffee, black, with toast. No butter and eggs Benedict.
Very good, madam. Adele, a bit
No.
later.
So, how was your meal?
I must say, this one was one of the better eggs Benedicts I have eaten here. Is it your new sous chef, Frankie?
Yes.
You sure he gets this tip? I think the other cooks could take a lesson from him, especially your husband. You will be seeing me again. Good day.
Adele gave her husband the tip and gave him the compliment meant for Frankie. Later that week, Frankie stops by his parents, only to be surprised by their guest.
Enzo, is it really you?
They hug.
Frankie, I hear much good about you.
My boy is doing a great things in the restaurant business, thanks to you.
No, Antonio. Frankie, he is a natural. I just bring it out of him.
I miss you, Enzo. And to be honest, Palermo as well.
The cooks at Maria's, they say hello to you in America.
Good to know. Grazie.
So I get to meet you finally, Enzo.
Oh, you must be lovely sister of Antonio.
But of course, you're not so bad yourself.
There was a little flirting going on between the two.
So, Frankie, you taking me to the restaurant with you today?
Sure. Lorenzo's a bit testy these days. The competition is on.
Oh, I know that. That is why I come. I see it on the news.
You make yourself at home here.
So good to have you here. My father, he always speak highly of you, amigo.
Oh, he was a good man. Like you, son Frankie.
Okay, you two. Look, Dad, I gotta go help Lorenzo with a special dish he wants to try. Are you ready, Enzo?
Lead it the way.
Scene 12. Don't let anybody treat you less. The kitchen was busy. Lorenzo was snapping at everyone.
Harvey, where is the fish? I need it in the oven now. Polly, I need help with the sauce here. It is a bit flat. Mickey, keep your eyes out for Miss Dominique. She gets whatever she wants. And where is Frankie?
Ah, sorry, I'm running a little late, Chef. I have brought a guest.
It cannot be. Francesco Russo in my restaurant. What an honor.
Oh, relax, Lorenzo. You always be emotional. Oh, I come to help if I can. And to see how my boy Frankie is doing.
Adele, this is the world famous chef Francesco Russo I tell you about.
Welcome. I hear so much about you from my husband.
Yes, hello. Nice to get to meet you. I have read all of your books. It is such an honor, sir.
Enzo, please. Oh, she is bellow, Frankie. Oh, you have a good eye, no?
Harvey, smiling, shakes Enzo's hand. His is covered in fish oil.
Stupido! I am so sorry.
My, how you say mistake? I sorry, Your Honor.
Oh, no, bother. Obviously, you a good cook. Oh, a cook gets messy. He works with the food. They are one.
Hello, you are Francesco Russo. I would know you anywhere. Frankie talks about you all the time. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Miss Dominique is out there with another food critic from the Chicago Tribune.
Give her whatever she wants. Give them both wine on these house. Capiche?
I got this.
See, Mickey, what special that special you're offering must be popular. But I have never been a fan of fish.
We have wine of your choice on the house. May I suggest our beef bourguignon? It is excellent.
That is yet to be determined. We shall see.
Very good.
If you don't mind, Lorenzo, I added a different wine to the beef broth. I think it brings out the flavor.
I hope you are right.
Enzo winks at Frankie, knowing he has done the right thing. Later, Mickey confronts Miss Dominique.
Don't let this go to your head, but I gave you a little extra for your tip. My friend here agrees that this is the best bourguignon we have ever had. Tell Lorenzo I am impressed.
Grazie, Miss Dominique. We hope to see you again. Buono giornata. Mickey was floating back to the kitchen when a customer pulled her aside, complaining about his fish, saying it had bones in it. Harvey, we need to talk so Lorenzo doesn't hear this. What happened with the fish? Look, here, the bones in the fish. Why is that?
I tell you, I cook out the fish. I clean the fish. Perfecto. I don't understand.
Let me talk to the customer, capiche? I believe you, because you look at the bones. They not go with these fish. It is a scam. Customer trying to get a free meal.
Enzo talks with the customer.
Sorry, senor. Oh, if I were you, I would leave after you pay for the dinner, or I shall call the police. These bones does not go with these fish, and you know it. People like you should be ashamed.
The customer quickly paid for his meal, leaving a hefty tip.
And don't come back.
When he went back into the kitchen, everyone applauded him. Harvey kissed his hands.
No, no. You believe in you. Don't let anybody treat you less, okay?
After the success of the day, Frankie took Polly to a jazz bar for drinks.
I've been thinking about inviting you to meet my family and to enjoy one of Enzo's meals.
Really? I would be honored, of course.
He takes her hand and kisses it.
Have I told you that you have beautiful eyes, nose, lips,
And he kisses her.
and boy, can you cook.
You, sir, could win a girl's heart.
That is what I intend to do.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, on scene 13, we have the big night. Enzo was enjoying his visit, helping in the kitchen at Lorenzo's. Adele was surprised how Enzo had a calming effect on her husband. Once word got out that Francesco Russo was at the restaurant, the customer count increased. There was an article in the Chicago Tribune about his being there.
I cannot believe so many guests. It makes me nervous.
Lorenzo, you've got this.
I am offering a dish made by Chef Rousseau all this week.
I know people have been calling in.
I had to hire an extra waiter to keep up with our crowds.
You are not going to believe this. Miss Dominique is out there with the mayor.
It's going to be okay. This is the last night of the competition for the Michelin star, and we can relax. Just do your best.
Frankie, I wanted to let you know the whole family is here. Donna and Ernie, Carmen and Raphael.
This is so exciting, Frankie.
I know, Dad, but you can't be in the kitchen. Ti amo. We can talk later. Enjoy your meal. It is on me.
Here comes Aunt Sophia looking for Enzo.
Enzo, there you are. You look so handsome in your uniform. I want you to sit with us.
Oh, my little flower. I have to work. But you go join your family. I can join later. Mwah.
All my saints. Aunt Sophia and Enzo. Look out, world.
Things were going well. Lorenzo had hired a violinist. The guests were engaged in conversations. A photographer was there taking pictures for a cooking magazine. Needless to say, it was busy until the kitchen was on fire.
Frankie, close the doors. Mickey, keep the guests happy. Lots of wine on the house. What happened?
Frankie immediately set to putting out the fire. Many of the evening specials were ruined. Lorenzo was in a panic attack and Adele tried to calm him.
Where is Harvey? I know he is the reason for this. Harvey, you are fired.
No, boss. I stopped the fire.
What?
Looking at Harvey's hands, they were all burned and red.
I do not understand. What did you do?
I saw sparks. They coming from behind the oven. Then a flame. I reach over. I pull the wall plug. Burn my hand.
It's true, Lorenzo. He saved us. This whole thing could have gone up the wall. Hand me the first aid kit now. Get it now.
Everyone hugged Harvey. He was a hero of that night.
What shall I tell the guests?
Soup is on!
Frankie and Enzo, while the excitement was going on, had managed to salvage their original dishes. Mickey waltzed out, announcing free meals for everyone, and no one the wiser about the drama behind closed doors. And now, my friends, we come to the end and the epilogue, so you know what happened to some of our characters in the story. How does the story end, you ask? Believe it or not, dreams do come true. Lorenzo obtained the coveted Michelin star and expanded his restaurant. He bumped Harvey up to sous chef, and he was able to afford to bring his family to America. Aunt Sophia ended up moving to Palermo with Enzo, and they were quite the couple. Now, Frankie bought a small bistro. He simply called it Frankie's. He was engaged to the sous chef and manager, Polly. His friends Carmen, his sister Donna, ate there on a regular basis. His father Tony hung out and helped with the maintenance. And Enzo sent Frankie a leather-bound scrapbook to keep his recipes and dreams in. But most importantly was his mother. With every chance she got, bragging about her son, the chef, Benito. And a big round of applause from me for my wonderful cast of The Chef. We hope that you have enjoyed this, and God bless.